Welcome to another uber-sized, fantastic, wonderful episode of Monday Movie Pickup. I feel like I just have weird stuff this week, but I'll just try to get through it the best that I can. Try to give you some semblance of what my idea was when I was buying all these movies. I got True Grit, the one starring John Wayne, and I got the Coen Brothers version of True Grit that was released a couple years ago. I actually found both of these at the same store, weirdly enough, so I thought perfect opportunity to watch both True Grits, the original and the remake that got a lot of praise. And it's a movie that I've been holding off on watching for a long time, but I think it'd be great to watch the remake first. I'm trying to look it over now to see how many minutes it is compared to the sequel. So the original is 127 minutes. The remake is 110 minutes. This surprises me. This is actually an under 2-hour Coen Brothers movie. So really no excuse for not watching it up until now. Real excited to finally get into those. Moonrise Kingdom, the Criterion set version. And this is, of course, the Wes Anderson film. Wes Anderson has a very interesting directing style. It's very quirky. The way he kind of does some flat shots. Kind of messes with the aspect ratio at times. And has a ton of characters in his movies that seem to kind of go off on their own journeys and adventures. Little side quests. He's an interesting guy. And I haven't seen enough of his movies. I mean, he doesn't have too many. I've seen a couple, but certainly I should see all of them at some point. So I had never seen Moonrise Kingdom. I've never seen it. And it was very good. Very entertaining movie. I see why a lot of people gave it praise. I think I liked Grand Budapest Hotel just a bit more than this one. So I don't know if that's the great debate that's out there about which one is truly the better Wes Anderson film. I just know that Grand Budapest got nominated for an Oscar. This one didn't, but also Wes Anderson's films often went ignored at the Academy and at other award ceremonies up until Grand Budapest, so if anything, Grand Budapest was just like, hey, about time. But it's a good movie, and certainly looking forward to The French Dispatch, which, whenever that's going to come out, we'll see. Young Mr. Lincoln, this was a movie I watched in college, actually. I hadn't seen it in a few years. I remember liking it a lot, and watched it again, and yeah, it's still very good courtroom drama. I use that term very loosely. It's got a lot of comedy in, actually, and it doesn't focus too much on the courtroom aspects as much as the character aspects. So it is still a character piece about Abraham Lincoln himself. Very romanticized, I would say. I mean, I don't know if anyone knows much about Lincoln or how he actually was, but this is just a version of what he was like before he became president, and it's romanticized, but it's good. Very good movie. Maybe not John Ford's best movie from that year, because he also released Stagecoach this same year, which is pretty nutty, but I've never seen Stagecoach. That's another movie I've been meaning to get to. The Virgin Suicides. Now, Wes Anderson, yeah, I gotta see a couple more of his movies. Sofia Coppola, I've never seen any of her movies. Up until recently. I did watch the new movie that was released on Apple TV, which was called On the Rocks, which it had Bill Murray in it, Rashida Jones. I thought it was a very good movie. A lot of people were kind of talking down about it as far as Sofia Coppola's work goes, so I figured I'd go back to the beginning and journey through her filmography, so why not start with The Virgin Suicides? It was part of the Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble, and I've always heard good things. I haven't gotten to watching this yet, but certainly plan to. We have True Romance. So this is the movie that Quentin Tarantino wrote. He didn't direct. Released in 1993, I believe. Yeah, it was right after Reservoir Dogs came out, but this was actually before Pulp Fiction. I believe this was the first screenplay he ever wrote, and it's very good. It was a very good movie. It very much feels like a Quentin Tarantino movie, but also with the cinematography and shooting style of Tony Scott. And I think it was a great mix. A lot of famous actors appear in this movie. A lot of them are only in the movie for a few minutes, so it's kind of fun. It's like diving into just a pile of great talent, and talent that is like no one's really stealing the show because no one's really allowed to steal the show. And it kind of makes it a really fun time capsule of the 90s, but also it makes it a real good movie in general. I mean, it's not really like it's infused in 90s pulp culture. It's just the fact that they have all these actors from that time that really get to show their good stuff, and then they're gone. They're out of the movie. So I really liked it for that. And I like these characters. It's called True Romance, and it really is true to the name. It really is a true romance, I would say. I have this set here, which has a bunch of Oliver Stone films, which is funny because it also has Natural Born Killers, the other movie that Quentin Tarantino wrote but did not direct, and he actually hated this movie. I've never seen it, but I had seen JFK. JFK was released on the big box set for the 50th anniversary of JFK's assassination. They released it a couple years ago. I think it was, I can't remember the year exactly. I think it was 2013. Well, I guess that would have been 50 years after JFK's assassination. So yeah, they released this box set, but the box set is out of print now. And even getting the movie individually, it's really expensive. But for some reason, if you get it on this triple feature pack, it's way more affordable. And you can buy all the extra discs from that JFK set separately. Like I have, what is it? Yeah, the Untold History of the United States right here. Only one of these discs appear in the JFK box set that was released by Warner. So you can buy this separately for cheaper, and you can get the entire collection of Untold History of the United States, which is it's a very interesting series. I watched a couple episodes of it. But yeah, you can also get, like, there's a PBS documentary, a different JFK documentary, and then there was like a separate movie that's released by Warner Archive. But all those discs you can get separately. So pretty much I'm trying to create the JFK box set without owning the JFK box set. Because I've said that before on the show, I'm like, I don't really care to have the big boxes, I just want the discs. And most of them, you can't really get the discs separately. Like the Wizard of Oz collection, the 3D collection, you can't get those discs, the extra special features discs, anywhere else except from that set. So you got to buy the whole box. But in the case of the JFK set, you know, it's out of print, but every one of those discs you can get all over the place for real cheap. Flash Gordon, I'm a Queen fan, so it's been way too long to have never seen this movie. It was recently re-released in 4K. I don't know if they added new special features. There are some special features on this disc, so I just figured I'd stay with the older release of it. I'm not getting too into 4K. I've said that before, but you know. And I got two interesting picks right here. So I found these at some Black Friday deals at Walmart. This happens all the time, where Walmart must be just digging into their back warehouse, finding some things from years ago, and they're like, oh yeah, go sell these for cheap. So I got both of these for very cheap. These are the movies. This has Death of Superman. It also has Superman Doomsday, and then it has Batman Under the Red Hood. And along with these actually have the books, the graphic novels they were based on, and at the very end, they have the discs. Now, I don't know. It's fine that they did it that way. I thought it was nice to just get these movies for cheap because I am collecting all the Batman animated films. I haven't gotten too into Superman yet, but I should probably start. There goes the heater. So I'll try to finish this up quick. But yeah, I thought it would be cool to own the graphic novels because I like to read the graphic novels that they're based on. So this is just a cool way to get it all together for real cheap. As far as it being on the shelf now, I don't know. Do I put the books on the shelf? Do I get separate cases? I'll probably just get separate cases. But yeah, that was everything this week. There will be another episode next week with probably the biggest haul of my life. So if you want to stick around for that, give it a watch. But like the video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe, use the bell icon because you got to use the bell icon now. And really, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching the video, and special shout out to Anthony, Anna, Kirsten, Lucas, Ryan, and Robert for the support on Patreon. By joining my Patreon, you can get exclusive videos and blogs, and for only $7, you can request your own movie review. I hope you stick around, cinephile, and have a happy, productive day.